Hey, it's Stu. Jonathan Harris, aka Dr. Smith from Lost in Space, made a guest appearance in Land of the Giants, Season 2. Do I really need to describe the story of the Pied Piper? I think most of you have some vague knowledge of it, but this particular Pied Piper travels around the universe, which is why he is dressed in Lost in Space clothing. In this sequence in front of you, the Pied Piper says to the regular characters, "I have the means of transporting you all to Earth." I mean, it all sounds so bloody familiar, doesn't it? When the cameras stopped rolling, Jonathan Harris approached Kurt Kasner, aka Fitzhugh. Harris said that Fitzhugh was basically a rip-off of Dr. Smith, but Kasner said that was totally untrue, but Harris never believed him. This second season of Land of the Giants was simply not as good as the first season. There were a few gems, but basically the show was in deep trouble. It was just running out of ideas, and there were too many storylines about the little people helping the Giants, working with the Giants, which is totally how Season 1 was not. William Welsh wrote most of the best episodes of Season 2, and I would even go as far as saying Season 2 would have been in big trouble if it were not for William Welsh. In the episode titled Wild Journey, Bruce Dern, on the left, transports the castaways back to Earth before the takeoff to try and avoid the landing on the Land of the Giants. On the right is, of course, Yvonne Craig, who was playing this role after the Adam West Batman series. Now, at this stage, many of you will be saying, what the hell is Bruce Dern doing in an episode of a 1960s science fiction series? In the 1960s, Bruce Dern appeared in a few 1960s TV shows. He appeared in a few episodes of the David Janssen Fugitive series, and he did a famous episode of the original Outer Limits. Yeah, here we are back on Earth before the blast off, and on the left is Irwin Allen's wife, making yet another one of her appearances. She would also make guest appearances or cameo appearances in most of his 1970s disaster movies. One of the most memorable guest stars of Season 2 was actually the Lost in Space space pod in the episode Home Sweet Home, written by William Welsh. Yeah, the pod took Steve Burton and Fitzhugh back to Earth in the distant past. The skipper from Gilligan's Island, Alan Hale, made a guest appearance in one episode. Malachi Throne made a guest appearance in just about every 1960s science fiction series, and Land of the Giants was no exception. Titled The Secret City of Limbo, it seems all this time there has been an underground city beneath the regular giant land. This is one of the most imaginative and creative hours of Season 2, and quite frankly I would have been quite happy if they spent maybe 15 episodes in the Secret City of Limbo. Great musical score as well, an absolute knockout from Season 2. Despite a slightly bumpy second season, Land of the Giants is an absolute brilliant television series of the 1960s. Stu from Australia, signing out.